We've seen several states around the country push high school football to the spring, and now it's hit here at home. Michigan high school football will now take place in 2021. Michigan High School started their first day of practice on Monday, and after 4 days of practice, the MHSAA came to the conclusion that football is just not safe to play right now. The MHSAA believes football is considered a high-risk sport for the potential spread of the coronavirus due to the amount of player-to-player contact. MHSAA Executive Director Mark Skol says this was a tough decision, but believes it was the decision they had to make.
I'm not only here speaking with you today as the director of the MHSAA, but as someone who's a parent of a senior football player. We've done everything possible to try and find that pathway forward for our football kids this fall. And we simply ran out of time and with the evidence to be able to do that as safely as we needed to do.
Very tough news. Skol also announced all other fall sports in Michigan are still on as scheduled. Details for the spring football schedule will be announced over the next few months. The MHSAA is going to try and limit the overlap between football and other traditional spring sports. Meanwhile, in Indiana, high school football teams had scrimmages tonight. We were at School Field for the Mishawaka, Washington scrimmage. Early on, Justin Fisher pitches it back to Milan Burris. Burris hits the edge and then plows into the end zone for the touchdown. The Cavemen had a few tricks up their sleeves tonight. They actually threw a pass as Fisher connects with Kanan Jewett on the toe tap. Touchdown. Nice night for some high school football. And just 1 week from tonight, Indiana high school football teams will be playing game one of the regular season. Be sure to tune into 16 News Now next Friday for our first Friday night football of the year. Meanwhile, the Notre Dame football team is doing all that they can to have a college football season this fall. Brian Kelly believes the Notre Dame football team is working in a very safe environment. The team has conducted 619 COVID-19 tests with only 4 positive results. Notre Dame has more guidelines and procedures to follow than other universities, and Kelly says his players are bought in to play safely.
I think they clearly understand that their human behavior has put them in a position for the university to feel as though they can trust their student athletes to make good choices and good decisions, and that the overall atmosphere here is that we're all in. And in other words, both students and student athletes, we're all in to see that we have a football season.
Kelly also says his team has been all in on the practice field. Today was day 3 of fall camp and the team's first day in pads. And today was the last day Jim Boylan was the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Today the Bulls announced Boylan has been relieved of his duties as the head coach. During his 2-year tenure with the Bulls, Boylan recorded a 39-84 overall record. The Bulls say the coaching search will begin immediately. To the NBA bubble, where Indiana and Miami squared up in the last game before the postseason. In the second quarter, Derrick Jones Jr. throws it down. However, the Pacers still lead by 14. And a big reason why was Malcolm Brogdon as he nails the 3. He scored 16 points tonight in Indiana's 109-92 victory. Today was essentially a warm-up for what's to come. The Pacers will play the Heat in the first round of the playoffs. Game 1 is coming up on Tuesday. Out to Motown as the Tigers host the Indians. Detroit trails 2-1 in the second, but then Nico Goodrum hits the ball right in the sweet spot. The 2-run shot gives the Tigers a 3-2 lead, but then Cleveland goes on an offensive explosion as Domingo Santana sends this one way out of here, and the Indians win it 10-5. Meanwhile, at Wrigley Field, the Cubs look to win their 8th straight game at home as they take on the Milwaukee Brewers. At this moment in time, the Brew Crew leads the Cubbies 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs are down to their last out. Cubs scored 3 runs in the 5th, but Christian Yelich hit a 3-run bomb in the 6th to give Milwaukee the lead. Now, Lauren, the White Sox had the night off, but they play a doubleheader with the Cardinals tomorrow. And get this, the Redbirds will take the field for the first time since July 29th.
Wow, okay, a long time coming.